So the two things you need to write the equation of a line, just like we saw, is the slope and the y-intercept. Okay, so usually the m there is usually some kind of blank that you got to fill in, and same with the b value right there, the y-intercept. It's just now they're going to be written in word format. So in these words, in these word problems, you're going to have to read and reread these several times until you get used to them. So once you get some experience, you may not have to read them as many times, but until then, expect to read the problems at least 3 or 4 times, okay? Going back through the problem, making sure that you're using the correct values in the equation. Now, they're not going to say, here's the slope like they have in the past, unless they give us slope-intercept form, which would be convenient. But in the problems, the slope you're going to see is some kind of rate. In the past, you've seen this as a rate of change. In fact, something else, this kind of goes back to 7th grade, a little bit of 8th grade. But you're also going to see some kind of unit rate. That's, from what I've seen, that's what they're usually going to show you, okay? Some kind of unit rate, well, what's the difference? Well, unit rate is where one of the values is 1. So in a unit rate, they may say something like, you got something per something else. Again, it's not exact wording here, but something close. Or they may say something like, you got something for each of something else, okay? And today we shouldn't need the slope formula there, so don't worry about that. But again, you're looking for kind of this wording here, per or for each. Really, you're just looking for a comparison of 2 values. That's what a rate is. Whether you remember that or not, hopefully you do now. And then the y-intercept is some kind of starting value. And no surprise here, but some of these problems were written by math nerds. So sometimes what you'll see is they'll say initial value. So now you know if you want to be a math nerd, you'll say initial value, not starting value. But it means exactly the same thing, okay? And that is your y-intercept. So if they say you start at 500, okay, then you know that's your y-intercept. And if they say you're doing 2 cups per batch, okay, that would be a slope for you. And then you can insert that again into your slope-intercept form. All this is stuff we've seen. Again, we're still applying this into slope-intercept form for the most part. But we've seen that before, so hopefully, again, it's more review than anything.